What is up, guys? It's Mitchell or Deity, and today we're going to be starting a new Etheria restart account. So I was talking about making a guide for the game, but I make guides for Epic 7 and I make guides for Raid. With those games, they're more along in their life cycle, and I was sitting there, I was like, how many guides I have to make for Epic 7 to keep up with all the changes they're going to do? And I think Etheria is going to be making a bajillion changes over the next month or two. I'm not going to make a guide. What I'm going to do is make a free-to-play series. I'm going to make a new account, hopefully not get Lily and play through, because there are some new characters Nailu, that are out that can help play the game without Lily. That's what reason a lot of people end up quitting, was just not getting one character. Other people decide to stop playing for other reasons, but I'm going to make a new account, see how I can get through the game, and just get more knowledge with the game, just to see what I don't know. Maybe there's some extra things that I can pick up before I do end up making a big guide series for this game. I do still enjoy this game. It's really fun. It's been out for about 2 months. If any of you guys haven't checked out Etheria Restart, this video is technically sponsored by Etheria Restart. So there's a download link down in the description. If you want to download it, you can play along. I probably will make a clan or guild, whatever. They're called unions in this game. But with the Etheria Restart, I don't know if I'll reroll. There's a good chance I will. So I'll play through the first little bit with the game. This game is primarily going to be a PvP focused game. If you're not going to play PvP in the game, it might not be for you, is one of the big things that I want to warn everybody about. It does have a good chunk of PvE content you can do, some challenge stages, but in the long run, I don't see what there will be left to do outside of outside of PvP. I don't see what there's going to really be to do, just because I played a lot of games like this and they just fall off after a certain point. But the PvP is really fun right now. That's a main reason I got into this game, because it was a simplified PvP where there's not too many characters, and I can feel like I have a fresh start with a gacha game, because all the current PvP gacha games out there are very far along in the life cycle. So if you try to get into one of them, you always feel behind, which sucks. So that's what this game is a way to not feel behind and have some fun. Just hopefully the game ends up turning out as good as it should be. This game has so much potential. I just made a video talking about the potential of this game, and I'm hopeful. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to play through this first little bit. If you guys have not played it through the game or tried it at all, what I'm going to be doing is breaking down what I do step by step. So the first thing I'm going to go through, play the beginning of the game. There's this first couple missions until I get to a point where I can summon, which I'll show you guys where that point is. And then if I don't get anything I want on the account, I will re-roll and try to get at least some kind of decent start. Or if I get an even semi-decent roll, you don't have to re-roll in this game. You'll get the characters. You get so many summons just for playing, and the pities for characters are generally very low, which is a great thing. But I'm going to go ahead, cut the video here, and I will be back once I am to a point where I am summoning, and then we will get moving with an actual account. Okay, so if any of you are going to get into the game, haven't tried it yet, the re-rolling process it's like a good 20 minutes per run. Once you get to this main portion, you have to come out here, and then you have to go to your settings, other, and then you have to redeem code. There are a million codes to enter. You can go to either the Pridwin website. They have a good updated list, or I have a list within my Discord within the Etheria code section. So go in there, enter all these codes. I'm going to enter all of them, come back once this is done, and then we're going to do a bunch of summons and see how this account's going to start for us. Okay, so I've entered all of the promo codes, so now I'm going to go to the mailbox and claim all, and we're sitting on a good amount of summons and everything. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and back out, and then we're going to go over to the event, see what all's going on here. There's a bunch of pack purchasing options that you get a bunch of extra stuff for. And then going down, we do have a reset event. This is going to be active for the first 7 days of your account. I don't know why it's 6 days, 1 hour. I just made this account. Figured it would be a full 7 days, but at the end of this, you can reset up to 5 different characters. First one's free, then it costs gems to reset from there, and then you have your events that are going on. There's 1 event per week, which is fantastic. Just logging in, doing these events, you get so many resources for your account. So I always tell people, if you're going to make an Etheria account, just make the account, log in, do the bare minimum each day, and your account's going to, over time, just have everything that you need to be stronger. You are going to have to farm some gear and whatnot eventually, but just for your 6-star promotion materials, your gems for summoning, and your stabilizers, which are energy refills. You get a bunch of those from this. Next up, you have your 7-day check-in event. You're going to get all these summons throughout that time. Task progress, once you go through the story, you're going to get a bunch of extra summons there. And then the 7-day commission is massive. Going through this, you are going to, 1, get a ton of rewards, 2, get a random SSR, and 3, you get the best healer in the game, Ling Lao. She is super, super strong. Then you have your growth boost, which you get a bunch of rewards for. Lethal Pursuit, you get some gems for beating all of the different content here, and then you actually get some gear as well, which usually ends up being a pretty important part of getting your account progressed. Then you have your Summit Arena, which you'll get as you do some arena, and then Hyperlink Invite. We can go and claim these gems here as well by just clicking them and letting the stuff pull up and then closing out of it. So I'm just going to open all of them real quick and then exit out of all of them. So there we go. We're good to go here. Now the next thing that we're going to do is the Chakra Ring Adventure. I'm just going to go ahead and rip my 10 here. We're going to come back once I am good to summon, and then I will meet you. Hopefully we get some decent. I actually don't think I'm going to reroll. If I don't get anything good, that might be better. So it's going to be a hard mode account, essentially. So from here, I'll just do this, but I'll be back in just a second when we're actually ready to start summoning. So 1 time per week, you can buy some crystals on discount, or not crystals, sorry, some summons on crystal discount. So from here, you can spend 800 gems instead of 1,000 to get 10 summons, and you get some silver on top of it. So I went ahead and bought that, and now it is time to do our summons. So we're sitting on 68 summons plus 1830. When you first start your account, you're going to have a targeted summon banner. Hold off on doing this, okay? The targeted summon banner, you're going to do a bunch of summons, you're going to get characters. You don't want to do a target summon right away and then get duplicates of that character. So this is a way to come in and guaranteed get something that you end up wanting that you don't have. The characters I probably would go for in here are Kloss, and then I like Real Mocha. Having her makes it to where you can kind of speed farm, and then Kloss is just a general amazing character going through the game with. There's a bunch of other fantastic characters within here. Those 2 were the original. There's some characters that just got buffed. That's part of why I'm not making a guide right now. There's a lot of stuff I still want to test and see how all it works out. A lot of the characters within this batch did get some kind of balance change to them, and almost every character in this game is very good. Some are really good at PvP, and then almost every single character has like a best in slot spot in PvE that you can utilize them, which is amazing. There's a couple of characters that don't have that so much, so Boring is one of them. But overall, Lilith wouldn't be one of the PvE characters, but almost every single one of these characters has some kind of unique niche area to where when you pull a character, it's almost always exciting because it's good. Now, going in, I'm just going to rip on the permanent summon banner. When you first start, right now at least, it's a Freya banner and has been since the game came out. It gives you an 8-day Freya banner. Then it's going to be whatever other banners are open at the time. So we have a ML banner or Light and Dark banner for a new character named Lilium. She's pretty cool. Don't know how overall strong she is. I pulled her on my main account. She seems solid. She's super cool. But I'm not going to give too much of my opinion on her. For late game players, she's going to be fantastic. For PvP, it seems like, for specific things, but for PvE, I don't know where you'd really use her. And then permanent summon, though. With permanent summon, you have a pity every 80. You can get Moonlight characters, the super rare characters they see here, at a 0.25% chance. I pulled a ton off this on my account, so these are not like unattainable or anything. And then within your regular summons, you are going to have every character that's been released to the game, whereas in your custom banner, you do not have those. So like Fukui is a character within here, Nahor, a character that just was on banner, and then other than that, there's Holden and Hoyan are not in the selector either, so getting any of those characters is fantastic. So from here, let's go ahead and just start ripping and see what we have. The first pity is going to be in 2 more, so Viper, decent character. Dorothy, not really what I wanted, but Viper is good for both PvP and a dungeon in the game called Aurora, which is great. Next up, in terms of 4 stars, the character I'm really wanting to get is the new Light and Dark. I think her name's Nailu. Chiaki just got a buff recently. She was already pretty solid for content like Terra Matan, which is one of the farming stages for gear. And I think she's just even better for that now. You get more stacks of the ability that she gives. So may end up trying to utilize her. The goal with this account is trying to build up characters I do not use on my main account. So I think the next summon I do, it says right here in 49 summons, but usually within the first 40 on the banner, you get Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure you'll always in the first 40 get your first 5-star character. So let's see who we get. So first summon here, we got Romocha. So that's actually really cool. I will take that. That gives me something. Okay, I don't have to use my target banner on her. That's going to be my Doki Doki farming character. It's going to help me set. Ooh, I got 2 in one pool. Shadow. Wait, this one. I don't need a reroll. We got Shadow Sonya as well. Can I get a third? That'd be insane. This is the account if I get a third. I'm keeping it no matter what. Okay, so Shadow Sonya is a light and dark character, and she's super useful for farming for shells. So shells are, in all honesty, the most important part of the game for clearing PvE. So then you will focus on farming first, all the way up to like account rank 80 is what you're focusing shells, because shells have the ability to get you into where you can farm both do both PvP better, and gives a ton of stat for PvE. That's such a big summon. Okay. So from here, though, I'm going to continue ripping on permanent banner for probably the foreseeable future, for at least like the first 7 days, and then I'll go and knock out the targeted summon, which very likely will be Kloss. But let's go ahead and see if we can get anything else here. Nothing in terms of 5-star. You know you got a 5-star if it's gold. So going in, what 4-star do I want besides Nailu? I don't know. That's sick, though. Fungus mixes with Shadow Sonya. He's another dot character. Shadow Sonya is a damage over time. She places dots. It's like a poison. Very good, and Fungus pairs with that, so that's fantastic. The only thing is all those teams, I use them both on my main account a lot, and on that account, I have the character Lily, and Lily is a light and dark character. She is very, very strong. Okay, so nothing there again. We got her 2 5-stars, and the nice thing is they were both in 110 pull at least. So that gets me closer to pity for the next character that we're gonna get. And Obero, I feel like she was in the balance patch, but I don't think she's going to ever be a character I look at using. Dina is very good. Very happy with that pool. She has a lot of debuffs that make it to where you can just deal extra damage, so that's fantastic. And then we have what, 2 or 3 more summons. We might get another 5-star character, or very close. And then I'll probably end the video on, I'll do a few more stages to get enough for another 10 pull, and then go from there. That'll be the video once I see what the next 5-star is. So when you get duplicates of your 4-star characters, you do get prowess boosts. I don't know what it's actually called, but either way, it unlocks extra stats, and those extra stats are very, very nice. So it looks like it was just an extra Dina. Okay, so now we are sitting on 2 more pools. No gold again. And what do we have here? So Rin has a provoke. I may try to utilize her on this account, probably not. And then here is going to be the last 10 pull for now. If we wanted to check, we are 36 away from the next pity. Hopefully we don't have to go there. Hopefully we get it right here. We did not get it right there. So we're going to have to go for 1 more pity. So I am going to go farm a little bit, get enough summons to get the next 5-star character. And that's where we're going to wrap up on the video for today. And then tomorrow will just be, I'll go over my general progression, what I do for each stage of the game, and then how I level up my account, essentially, and then progress. So let me go take a break, go farm a little bit, and then I will be back once I have enough summons to pity out this next character to see what my account's going to be looking like. In terms of my current team, probably just gonna throw Shadow Sonya on there, but overall, Gray's a fantastic character. We'll probably still utilize him. So my team will be like Gray, Romocha, Shadow Sonya. You do need to use your Leanne and boost her up for certain missions, and then most people generally reset her early game, which is probably what I'll end up doing on this account. I did do it on my main, but I will be back once I farmed up, and I'll go over what all I did with the account. Okay, so to wrap up the video, I do have enough summons now. The other thing I'm going to make sure to press on is, guys, refreshing is the most valuable thing you can do in this game. I am going to max refresh. After this, I'm going to play a little bit further before the day resets, but I will make a video going over what my account looks like. Plus, we're going to do another summon session after I progress through story and get as far as I can. And I will, along the way, tell you each different thing I farm, because that's one of the main things people get stuck on is like, I believe it's level 13, what should I be farming? And then up to level 25 and 35. I'm going to try to break that down and show what is the most valuable thing you can farm. It really doesn't matter too much. Just as long as you're making progress on your account is the important thing. So going in, let's go ahead, and I am currently 26 away from the next pity, so we're just gonna rip 26 unless we get it here. Never mind, we got it here. Beautiful. So now I have a little bit of extra that I can save for. I am gonna just still rip it on summons, but another Marvel, so I did get a Marvel on my first 10 summon, another Gray, that's fine, and we got a Nahor. That's a sick account, dude. So Nahor, one of the characters that you really want is some kind of controlling character, somebody that places a freeze, a stun, some kind of crowd control effect on the opponent, and Nahor does that. That's a huge pull. I'm super excited. I'm not sure who I want from my selector now. But either way, this is a great start to the account. I'm really excited to play this, so this is awesome. But going in from here, let it keep going, and it's all 2 stars from there. That is fine. We got Nahor. We have a very cool starting account. I don't know what I could have got better besides maybe, I mean, Lily would be fantastic, but I cannot complain whatsoever. For the start of this, there are definitely some 4-star characters that I want to try to get, or while starting 3-star characters, whatever. The SR characters that I want to get, but in terms of my SSRs, these 3 are all 3 very nice. So that's all I have for this video. I'm going to keep farming, get further along in the account, and then I will make another video of my progression. But thank you guys. I will probably end up making a union for this. If you want in the union, let me know within Discord. I'll get it set up, and I'll let you guys know the union in the next video. That's the guild system of this game, but that's all I have. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in part 2. Peace out.